This is part 33 of our Minish Cap walkthrough, and in this part we're going
to warp right back to Link's house.
Yes!
Like we did last part.
The glitch is kicking in again. In this part we're going to be getting a sword technique, and then working our way, finally, it seems like, to the Temple of Droplets.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We'll be entering, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll be entering at the end of this part. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, finally, like, we have done so much stuff between, like, the Fortress of Winds and the Temple of Droplets, which those moments and then getting the flipper make so many things become available.
It does, and I feel like that's the kind of the downside of the games that have fewer dungeons like this, Majora's Mask, games like that. There's so much to do between dungeons because there's so few dungeons. So I feel like it.
Majora's Mask was different, like on the whole day aspect, because like people like you kept on repeating cycles and stuff like that. So very true, but at the same time, that was a little bit different way that they done that. But some people like that. I mean, some people like Zelda for the dungeons, which is me.
Me too.
And then other people like them for the side quests. So it's
Now, I will say, like you mentioned just a second ago, like how the flippers and the mitts really open up this game. I feel like or let you get more items, I should say. I feel like the mitts, especially, there's so many of those caves.
Yeah, like,
oh my god.
Well, basically, we can't explore hardly any of those caves until we get the moments, and like, there's a lot of underground caves that we'll now be going throughout the rest of the game.
There are.
That give us just a ton of stuff.
Whether it's Kinstone pieces or the seashells, the occasional pieces of heart.
We used to go through a lot of caves to get hearts.
Yeah, so it's great to use those items outside of the dungeons you get. I'm just a big fan of that.
What are we doing right here?
We're learning probably the most worthless technique.
Oh, the Peril Beam, that's right.
Yeah, and we've mentioned before that a lot of these upgrades are pretty worthless.
This one's dumb.
This one might be the bottom of the barrel.
Well, like, I just don't understand, like, this is like I said, the Peril Beam, and like when you get down to one heart, it allows you to shoot like a beam like the other Zelda games. But like, we've always had it like, at full hearts, which I'm pretty sure we have in this game. I'm pretty confident that somewhere along the line we do get the full hearts Peril Beam, but like, it's just with one heart, I mean, what's the point?
I know, it's just, and even the guy says, what's his name, Waveblade, I think is his name. He said that it's like it's a dangerous technique. I'm like, no, it's dangerous if you let yourself get down to one heart.
Yeah. I mean, well, my thing is it's pointless because I'm never going to use it.
No, we're never down to one heart.
Yeah, exactly. We're never there.
And we don't
die.
We talk about fairies and potions. We never need that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we just like to show our viewers, like, okay, here's where you can get fairies. We don't need them, but we're going to go ahead and get them so we can show you how to get them.
Yeah, but this technique is just absolutely worthless. I mean, even if you're down to one heart, I don't think a beam attack is going to be your saving grace.
At this point in the game, like, I mean, there's a lot of enemies that will take more than one heart. So, like, okay, get down to one heart, bam, you get hit. I mean, it's done.
They should give you an invincibility cloak or something, not a stupid beam. But
agreed. Agreed, but it's one of the Tiger Scrolls, so it's important for the game.
So we get it. We get it. It's part of our 99.999% walkthrough.
Yeah, exactly. I say 99, not even 99.9, but everything but the
Tingle Trophy or whatever. Yeah. But I do like being back here in Lake Hylia, though. I feel like we don't spend a lot of time in this area, and I'm always a fan of like the seaside or the water areas.
I mean, I sit here and say, like, I was about to say that I really like this area. Like, I like almost every area.
Oh, yeah.
In this game, but like you said, like, I mean, you see how much we go back to Mount Cornell and Castor Wilds. We just don't spend that much time in the lake at all. And for some reason, I think it looks so much bigger on the map than it really does, like, when you're there.
I feel like you barely move around. The next thing you know, you're back in the Minish Woods.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it's called?
Minish
Forest.
Yeah. I think it's Minish Woods.
I think so too. But it's just like, I feel like you go there for like the mayor's house. And for this temple and for a couple of little things.
There's that little cabin right there in the middle. We have the book. We got the ball of dog food. That's what it was. The market guy.
Yeah.
Lives out here. So
it just seems like Lake Hylia plays such an important part in some of the other Zelda games. And in this one, it's almost nothing.
It was underused. It was just completely underused. There could have been so much more that they did with this area.
Like instead of sending us to Mount Cornell for 400 times,
Yeah, and like I said on that map, I mean, it just looks huge, and it's just not that big. I kind of wish it would have been.
Me too. That's a small complaint, though. And like you said, we like almost every area in this game. You hear us talk about.
I like the water areas. I don't like the water dungeons usually.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I didn't like going through all the way through these ice pathways.
They're a pain every
Just to get a stupid red Kinstone.
Yeah, the red ones are important though. So
they are important, but man, give me a piece of heart or something at the end of that.
Yeah.
You know my feelings on Ice Walkway.
Now, you see when we get to the next dungeon that, actually, I'll just mention too. I'll mention when we get there.
Right.
I had a point about the next dungeon that I wanted to say, but...
We'll go ahead and put a pin in that.
Why ruin it? We have like 30 seconds, I guess.
I know. Don't get into a big conversation.
And that was actually, we just passed that, what's his name? Syrup's hunt, where you get those potions.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, could you get them anywhere else in the game?
Not that I know of. I think she's the one who brews it up for us.
I was not positive on that.
Well, I know I never got it from anywhere.
But this is like the only dungeon you'll see right here that we actually enter as a Minish that I can think of. But anyways, that'll go ahead and wrap up part 33 of the Minish Cap.